Welcome to tonight's news. These are the headlines. Under the high patronage and the instructions of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Prime Minister presided over this Saturday the 90th edition of the President of the Republic Award ceremony of Ali Maashi Prize for Young Creators. More than 850,000 students are set to begin their baccalaureate examination this Sunday. The National Education Authorities have mobilized extensive logistical and organizational resources to ensure optimal conditions for this important academic event. Moroccans took to the streets once again to express their firm rejection of the normalization, calling for an immediate end to all forms of Zionist infiltration that undermine the country's principles. Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's news. And as instructed by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, the Prime Minister Nadil Arbawi presided over yesterday the 19th edition of the President of the Republic Award ceremony for Ali Maashi Prize for Young Creators, a prestigious event that celebrates the outstanding artistic and cultural achievements of the year, which showcases and preserves Algeria's rich national identity. Mayan reports on the occasion.
It's a very important event for Algerian culture. The 19th edition of the Ali Maashi Prize took place in a serious and respectful atmosphere. This prize has become a major symbol of official support, especially for young artists in Algeria. On this occasion, the Minister of Culture and Arts, Zuhair Bellalou, thanked the President of the Republic for always supporting culture.
إنه لمن دواعي الفخر والاعتزاز.
It is with great honor that we extend our most sincere thanks to the President of the Republic. He has spared no effort to advance the world of the arts and support its stakeholders. The President of the Republic firmly believes that culture is a true bulwark for the nation, an essential means of preserving its identity and affirming its uniqueness. This vision has enabled major advances and inspired numerous artists publicly express their deep appreciation both in the media and on social media.
The 2025 edition had the highest number of participants ever. There was a lot of variety in the works and a strong spirit of working together across different art forms. For the first time, a new category was added, literary short stories. This shows that many young people are now interested in short and powerful writing. In the fiction category, the first prize went to Sami Shanan. His writing was praised for being clear, emotional, and full of meaning.
It's a great joy for me to have received this award. I would like to thank everyone present here for this magnificent ceremony, as well as everyone who contributed to its organization. And of course, my deep gratitude goes to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune.
In film and audiovisual art, Ahmed Belmoumen won first prize. His film used cinema to send a message that was both poetic and political.
It's an honor for me and for my province and all the Algerian youth. It was not easy, but thanks to God, I succeeded.
In written theatre, a very important art in Algeria, Abdel Wahab Ramdani won first prize. His work asks deep questions about society and human problems.
I'm very honored to have won the first prize in the written theatre category. I would also like to dedicate the prize to the President of the Republic and long live Algeria.
In total, 24 young artists won awards in 8 different disciplines. The winners show how diverse, rich and bold the young creative generation in Algeria is. These young people want to make history with their art, but more than the individual awards, the Ali Maashi Prize is a symbol of the government's support for the youth. These young people represent meaning, hope and culture. They have chosen art as a way to answer today's problems and to bring hope for the future.
And only a few hours separate us from one of the most important academic tests, the baccalaureate examination. Indeed, there are more than 850,000 students candidates for this year. As final revisions have taken place under mounting pressure, each student had to find the best method to be ready on D-Day and pass the exam. Najhtay reports.
With just hours to go before the baccalaureate exams begin, a noticeable tension is felt among the candidates who are doing their best to manage it in order to avoid its effect on their focus.
When parents remain calm and composed, they naturally pass that on to their children, which helps ease the tension. I call on all families involved in the baccalaureate to create a calm and motivating atmosphere. The role of the teacher is crucial as it involves supporting and guiding the student.
In preparation for the baccalaureate exams, the students gathered at the main library for a final revision session after a year of hard work.
I'm focusing more on the main modules. The secondary ones come after. I wish everyone excellent grades.
The
library has opened its door and dedicated all its spaces to students and teachers. There are also psychologists available to support the students. We also have with us students who passed their baccalaureate last year. Today, they have come to share their experiences and offer advice.
As students keep preparing for the exams, the parental and community support remains vital to help them stay focused and succeed eventually.
And following the UNSC meeting on the repercussions of the Zionist aggression against the Islamic Republic of Iran, Minister of State, Minister of Foreign Affairs, National Committee of Abroad and African Affairs, Ahmed Attaf, received a phone call today from the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sultanate of Oman, Badr al-Bursaidi. The discussions focused on the concern and developments unfolding in the Middle East in the wake of this aggression. In this regard, the two ministers stressed the need to mobilize and coordinate all international efforts to enable the Security Council to fulfill its responsibility in maintaining peace and security at both the regional and international levels. The tensions continue to escalate in the Middle East as confrontations between Iran and the Zionist entity intensified overnight. Tehran launched hundreds of ballistic missiles in retaliation, while Zionist warplanes sustained their assault, striking multiple areas, including strategic locations such as the main enrichment site and the port of Kangan. Iran's president warned that any further aggression will be met with a stronger and more decisive response. Mayan Bahri.
Iran has again responded with ballistic missiles after heavy attacks by the Zionist entity on Iran's military and nuclear sites. The Iranian ambassador to the United Nations, Amir Saad Iravani, said that the attacks by the Zionist entity have killed 78 people, including high-ranking military officials, and more than 320 others were injured. The United States, which supported the Zionist attack, still says it hopes to continue talks about Iran's nuclear program, but Iran now thinks these talks are useless and has decided not to attend the planned meeting tomorrow. The Zionist entity keeps threatening Iran, saying it will strike again, especially targeting Iran's strategic and nuclear sites. These threats are part of growing military conflict. The Zionist entity is trying to use force to control the region without respecting international law. The leader of the Zionist regime wants to spread war across the Middle East to keep his power. His goal is to drag other countries into this conflict as part of his plan. These attacks on a sovereign country show that the whole region is falling into a dangerous security crisis. The Zionist entity continues to attack other countries like Syria, Lebanon, and especially the sovereign people of Palestine without any punishment and with total impunity. A new wave of Iranian missiles reached the occupied territories with loud explosions, caused 5 casualties in Haifa, 3 in the occupied territories and 14 in North-occupied territories. These tensions will risk to a larger war in the region, while chances for peaceful dialogue fade.
And the occupied Palestinian territories at dawn today, 27 Palestinians were killed, among them 11 who had gathered in hopes of receiving humanitarian aid. Dozens of others were injured in a series of Zionist airstrikes and shelling that struck multiple areas across Gaza. And since October 2023, Gaza has endured a relentless campaign of bombardment and siege, a cycle of violence unfolding with total impunity. The death toll now stands at over 55,000 Palestinians killed and more than 128,000 wounded. In the last 24 hours, 48 hours alone, at least least 90 bodies and more than 600 injured have been brought into hospitals across the enclave. To Morocco, once again, Moroccans express growing outrage over the Zionist influence in cultural and political institutions, seen as a threat to the national identity and heritage. Najtiyar.
The Moroccan authorities have decided to rename the National Institute of Arts, removing the name of Mohammed Jamal Aturra, a figure widely recognized as a symbol of Palestinian childhood resistance. The new name will reportedly honor a Zionist artist, and many observers see this decision as part of a wider effort by the Mahsen to deepen ties with the Zionist entity and gradually reshape the cultural memory by linking national institutions to controversial Zionist figures.
We refuse to collaborate with the Zionists. They are criminals. They are driving us off our land and have taken everything we own.
A person called Gabriel Benan, a former Zionist army colonel and ex-deputy director of military aviation firm, lives with us here in Morocco and for years now while working as a journalist. Amid the growing concerns over repression, displacement and systematic corruption, many Moroccans now feel their identity and heritage are under threat.
Now Zionists are seizing our agricultural land. Mordecai, a Zionist, bought a plot for just 70 dirhams. We are up against a criminal organization deeply embedded in the government, abusing its power.
The rapid advancement of normalization with the Zionist entity is intensifying anger and sparking protests across Morocco. At the heart of the unrest is a deepening divide in the public opinion, and as political decisions continue to stir debate and raise concerns about the future of the national identity of Morocco. They want to expel us from our homes. They steal our property with impunity. All we want is to stay in our homes. These are our possessions. They belong to us. Many Moroccans also view the Mahsen's new strategic approach as a betrayal of their identity and values, interpreting it as a provocative shift driven by growing Zionist influence.
And as part of ongoing efforts to combat terrorism and all forms of organized crime, joint detachments of the PNA carried out search and covering operation in the northeast operational sector of Inaminas within the 4th military region. 3 armed individuals of foreign nationality were arrested during the operation. The army forces also seized 1 FMPK machine gun, 1 sniper rifle, a large quantity of ammunition, a vehicle, other items, as well as more than 1,200,000 pregabalin tablets. This high-value operation, yet another addition to the series of tangible results achieved on the ground, reaffirms the unwavering vigilance and determination of the PNA to eliminate terrorism, organized crime in all its forms, and preserve national security and stability. To the military sector of Adrar within the 3rd military region, detachments of the PNA in coordination with joint security services seized a significant quantity of hard drugs, including 85 kilograms of cocaine, as well as a utility vehicle. The successful intervention once again underscores the unwavering determination of the PNA and the various security services to combat all forms of organized crime and safeguard the country's security and stability. And in a new diplomatic achievement for Algeria, the member states of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations have welcomed our country's imminent adhesion to the Treaty of Friendship and Cooperation in Southeast Asia. They emphasized the importance of this treaty as a code of conduct that governs interstate relations across the region, while reaffirming its pivotal role in promoting peace and preserving stability throughout Southeast Asia. In Tunisia, and tasked by the President of the Republic, the Ministry of Health took part in the first Regional One Health Conference for the Middle East and North Africa. This participation reaffirms Algeria's unwavering support for the One Health initiative amid the growing health and environmental challenges facing our region and the world. And from Geneva, Algeria, represented by Belkacem Tabai, Counselor of the Permanent Mission to the United Nations Office, Algeria assumed the position of chair of the International Labour Standards Implementation Committee within the International Labour Organization. This election reflects Algeria's unwavering commitment to international labour standards and its active engagement within the organization's multilateral system. In his remarks during the adoption of the committee's report, the new chair stressed that this election is a clear sign of the confidence Algeria continues to earn from member states and social partners alike. That was it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.